What's up, ladies and gents? Dapper Ross back with Ike from Fire Emblem.
Swab Austin.
Do you never just want to say Classy Aidan?
No.
People are gonna be confused.
I don't fucking care. I am definitely Swab Austin, and this is definitely Sterling Jordan. And
I am Sterling Jordan. So you were talking about Ike from Fire
Why
Emblem?
are you still here?
Why are you still
Fucking
here?
yeah.
American Dad's funny.
Fuck yeah, American
I think
Dad's
American
hilarious.
all right. I think American Dad is what Family Guy wants to be.
Well, they're made by the same person.
Yeah, I know, but like he was like in the beginning theme song, he's like, it seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV. That's what the guy that created it like imagined for Family Guy was to be different from that. And I feel like Family Guy didn't pull that off as well as
American Dad did.
But American Dad almost flawlessly did it. Because it's just so funny and it flows so well. And it's been on the air almost as long as Family Guy has, but it's never gotten stale.
Family Guy has definitely been on longer, but yeah.
But I'll watch Family Guy and it'll get just so stale after a while. Like, yes, Peter's retarded. Yes, Lois contemplates a divorce. Hoorah, the world goes round. But like for American Dad, it's an endless amounts of jokes because there's such a colorful cast of characters that it's just an infinite amount of humor, and there's plot development, and the characters don't necessarily grow as people because they're all fucking assholes, but the situations that they put themselves in will like make them grow for that particular episode, and they'll learn something from it,
and then it won't,
and then it will never affect the next episode. But it works. It works so damn well.
Just you got really into that for a second.
I love American Dad. What can I say? Like Roger, like Ricky, like even him alone. Like just the fact that they gave him the ability to like become whoever he wants opens up a fucking world of possibilities. Some people might call it shitty writing. I call it genius.
You're really into this, Ross. You've been holding back something for a while.
I got a boner for American Dad.
I can tell. Jeez, we were talking about the fucking Ike amiibo 2 seconds, and it's like, but American Dad! Insert 7 minutes of ranting here.
It was 3.
3.5.
Good job, you can count.
I didn't look. It's not 3.5.
It was 3 minutes. Fuck off.
Get the magic number. Alright, now don't get any more. Yeah!
I gave that one to you.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's not gonna last long.
I can't believe you haven't played Fire Emblem yet.
Is it really that good of a game?
It's super good. It's strategic based though, so I don't know how.
Wait, do you mean like turn based or like?
Well, it is. Well, I guess you could call it turn based.
All right, is it like Xenoblade, which fucking love to death, where it's like you control all the characters at the same time, but it's just a fight that keeps happening?
I haven't played Xenoblade. I have no idea.
All right, so Xenoblade's fighting style is like you're one of the characters, and you control everything about that character. And then there's 2 other AIs that also fight alongside you and do their own thing. But at any point, you can press a button and tell that character to do a particular move on like this particular thing, and they'll do it.
Okay.
But it's very well like that sounds shitty, but it's very well executed.
Well, do you like? Is it turn-based fighting like in?
No, not really. It's more like I run up and I fucking hit the shit out of you for a while.
Oh, so.
But like it's more than that. I'm doing a terrible description on how amazing this game is. And the story alone.
Well,
Jesus Christ, the story of Xenoblade. Dude, first, like, I was so close to cutting it off and being like, well, this was fucking $60 I didn't want to spend. And then fucking something happens, and it makes you want to, like, avenge, like, this character. And then you go through the rest of the game, and then you go for so long, and then you're like, well, I don't even want to avenge him. Then something else happens, you're like, well, fuck! Now I gotta keep going!
we're gonna... Ross, go ahead and, future Ross, you're gonna take this. This episode will be entitled The Passion of Ross.
It's so good!
Because we started with
Shut
fucking
up!
American Dad.
All of the
and now we're
cutscenes of
here.
Xenoblade could be taken out and made into a movie, and I would watch it! Damn it!
You really You know, that's an average JRPG. JRPGs are very well made, usually.
It's so good! And
really
it's
like-
so well written!
You really like Nier Automata. That's also a JRPG.
I'm sorry we had to put Nier Automata on hold. We're just we couldn't. Aiden had to be a part of something.
Well, they insisted. I was just like, look, I'm
We
happy.
recorded so much Doki Doki. We would have had so much of long Let's Plays. It would have been ridiculous to
I
keep
wanted
going.
them to finish Doki Doki, but they decided against
Well,
it.
you spoiled it. You sent me the game theory of it.
Yeah, because the game theory was fucking awesome. How dare you?
But back to Xenoblade. It's got so many characters that have so many different abilities. And shit actually means stuff. Like, aggro actually means something in that game.
Aggro?
Yeah. Like, oh, this character has all of the aggro on him. Good! That means they aren't attacking me! Like, that means something! Like, in other games, it's like, oh, I've gotten the aggro of the boss, and I'm like, well, that's because the boss is designed to hit you. No, this character, like, in any game, I gave all of the fucking aggro to the tank that could take the hits, and I fucking won every time!
Well, yeah, that's how you're supposed to play fucking...
Like, but that
strategy-based
means something.
games.
Like, if I said, oh, I got in the aggro of this snowboarder, that doesn't mean anything in this game. It means something in Xenoblade,
It
though.
means in a lot of games. Xenoblade's not
But
the
that
only
was
one.
the first that it meant something to me. And I learned these terms. Well, I knew these terms, but they meant something to me. And then the ending. Like, it's kind of like, what do they call those? Where it's like, oh, there's a boss, but now there's a more powerful boss.
Okay.
But, like, what's that called? Like, what's one of the animes that has problems with that?
Where someone will show up.
Where it's like, oh, this is the most powerful guy at this time, and then they defeat that person, but people want the anime to keep going, so they're like, but wait, there's a more powerful person.
Every single mainstream anime.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are those called? What are the majority of mainstream animes known as? It starts with an S.
Shonen?
That might be it. Fuck!
Shonen just means it's for boys.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Is that what shonen means? I thought that was like warrior versus enemies, and the enemies keep rising. That's what I've...
No, that's not a genre.
It's just a problem that shonen animes have.
Well, that's how they prolong things. That's how fucking...
And then it eventually gets to the point where you're like fighting God.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then like, oh, this is the guy. There was a new anime that came out called Overlord.
Oh, you watched Overlord?
No, it was,
Aww.
I watched like one episode last night of a, of a bridge series. And it was fucking funny. And if the anime is anything like that, a bridge series, I might contemplate watching it. Because it seems like a good idea. Like, just right off the bat, this character is the strongest. But instead of like, you know, oh, One Punch Man, I have nothing to live for and fucking fighting is meaningless. This guy is like, alright, let's take over the world.
Yeah, that's what he does. Because originally, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it when they just start out butt-fuckingly strong and that's all it is, and they're just gonna one-hit everything. Well, One Punch Man's an exception.
Yeah.
It's One Punch Man.
But that's like cleverly written. Ow, fuck.
One Punch Man isn't based around power, usually. It's based around comedy.
Yeah, and then like the fight scenes are awesome, but you know he's gonna win anyway.
Oh, he's gonna win, but it's still
And then
orgasm.
and then it's like, oh man, he one-shots everything. But when he doesn't, that's the spoilers. That's the finale. Is like he one-shots everything, but this guy.
That's what Overlord ended with too. Overlord, it was just like, oh well, I can fucking destroy everything. But then again,
there's this one guy
Overlord was great. It's getting a second season.
What the fuck was that?
Year.
Oh shit!
What? Yeah, watch Overlord. That was a good one.
And like, I don't know. It was pretty decent.
It's funny, but it's also really interesting.
We've entered an arena, Aiden.
Like the main character obviously you already know is a mage.
Yeah.
He chose to be a mage, but through the anime he chooses mainly to be a warrior because he thinks that his magic powers are too strong, so it wouldn't be fair.
Or fun.
Yeah. He's already the max level.
And then I think it went, like, in the abridged series, they were like, you know, do you even know how to do that thing? And he's like, I played a lot of Skyrim before this game. You don't think I don't know how to use a sword? Because that's, like, the premise of the show, right? Is it, is like, oh, he's the most powerful player in the game at the time. So much so that he can mess with the fucking code of the game.
Well, he can't mess with the code, but he was,
Well, at the time, he could. And then the server was about to shut down for good. So he, like, went back in the game, which he had grinded and become the most powerful on, sat down in his chair and waited for the end. But then it just like, oh fuck, there's a lot of enemies. But then, like, it just didn't. And that became his new world.
Yep.
And all the characters had, like, emotions and personalities and lives.
Which they didn't originally.
Yeah, but right before he did that, like, right before it did that, he was like, I'm gonna fuck with the game a little bit, and he typed in, loves me with one of the characters.
He checked, or he changed what's-her-face's coding. Oh god, what was her name? She's the main female chick. Ah, what's her name?
And I know she's one of those characters that are like, oh, I'll kill you if you touch my boyfriend, and then I'll kill my boyfriend.
She's technically, I think she's classified as a yandere. But what the fuck was her name? I gotta look it up. She's very important. She was my favorite character in there.
You like a yandere?
No, she's just really funny. But yes, that was also that show I showed you. Renai Bokun, the one where it starts out with that red-haired girl who's a yandere.
Which...
You don't remember that one? You watched like 4 episodes of it because you really liked it. It was the one where...
Where was it?
It was the one where that, like, the dude who looked like Rick. The blue-haired dude is the main character. And then that girl, he likes the red-haired girl. And then... What if I show you a picture?
The baby? A red-haired...
Renai Bokun.
Oh, I died.
Akane.
I gotta pee.
Akane from Renai Bokun.
Oh, that!
Yeah!
Oh, that. The one... You could have just said the one where the phones make them immortal.
Well, that's not a... What?
Anyway. Don't they, like, get a phone and she's like, oh, you're in love with an angel, so you're immortal now. And he's like, bet.
I think it had to do with...
And then, like, there's this one scene where where they meet the father of the angel, God. And he's like, oh, well, she's next in line to become God. And I'm like, wait, this is like this is a thing? Like, wait, what happens when you die? What happens when you succeed? Who was before you? Where do you go when you die? Is there a super heaven? And then, like, I had so many questions. And then, like, when he woke up, I mocked him for a second. I was like, guys, we need to update the religion. And Death is like a cool surfer uncle.
Albedo! Al-fucking-Bedo!
Is that her name?
Yeah, Albedo.
Isn't she like the most powerful NPC at the time?
She's
or, like, companion?
very strong. I know that.
But I find it fucked that he was the only one in the server at the time.
Well, that's not guaranteed. No spoilers. There's no guarantee he was the only one logged in at the time.
Of when it shut down?
Mm-hmm. Well, the anime doesn't clarify that.
I gotta get more health.
But if you read the... Wait, no. Yeah, Albedo. Albedo's fucking awesome.
Is she a warrior?
Yeah.
Well, then he doesn't have to be.
Yeah. That's Albedo.
Yeah, then he doesn't have to be.
She helps him sometimes. But he usually doesn't carry her because she tends to get a little bit crazy.
Who does he tend to carry?
Well, that kind of changes. He never really has one specific partner, if I remember. No, yeah, he does. Wait, he has that chick. Well, that's for a little bit. I haven't seen it in like a year. That was a long time.
So it's been out for a while?
Oh god, yeah. It
Damn, I
came
thought it
out
was
back
new.
when I worked at Gravitopia. That was my second job. I'm on my 5th.
I thought it was new. Damn.
No. I'll check when it came out. 2014.
2014?
2014.
Is it good?
Fuck yeah, it's good.
Seems interesting.
It was really good. I loved
The
it.
Abridged series was funny. And it was very well edited because he didn't have to move his mouth at all.
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
Because he's like a skull man or whatever. I'm a skull man.
Yeah, that was like the rule of being in Einzel Gon in their guild.
Is that his name?
His name is...
His name's Ainz, right?
I'm pretty sure. I forgot his name. Ainz Ol Gon is the name that he uses now, but I think that was the clan name. Because he represents the entire clan. Like, he doesn't play as his
Like
own
he's
character.
the kingdom of the clan.
Yeah, he's the entire clan.
Now. Instead of like back then when he was like a member of it, or at least one of the most powerful mages.
He was an extremely strong mage, but he was definitely not like the strongest player by any means. There was a max level of 100, and everybody in his guild was level 100.
So he just kind of was like, "Fuck, all right."
He was just a strong character or a strong player.
Was he a level 100?
Yeah, everybody in his guild was.
All right, fucking let's.
Because they were like, at the beginning, if you remember.
Yeah, it was like a guy I was like, "Give me my loot back," and then he was like, "No."
Well, that wasn't part of the actual show, but it was basically some people trying to infiltrate Einzel Gon's castle, but they didn't even get past the first stage, which was just the skeletons. There was a lot of stages. Nobody ever made it into the middle because it was too strong. Their guild was fucking god tier.
So in the game they give you like castles per guild.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
People can guild raid if they want to. And a lot of people attempted to guild raid Einzel Gon, but they failed.
Alright, we gotta stop. We're past time.